Hello, welcome back to Spectral Snail, my gaming channel about platinum trophy hunting. What do you mean almost all of you are just here for some French-Canadian aliens content and don't know why I'm talking about games suddenly? Don't worry, you'll still get your Engine de Poitrine videos on this channel, but this is actually the video I was gonna make before I got severely sidetracked a couple of months back. I'm not trying to game the algorithm and become some huge YouTuber here, I'm just here to talk about things that I'm interested in. And this is a thing I'm interested in. And this is what this channel was originally supposed to be for, so I'm also gonna keep making these videos. You can just ignore these if you're not interested and come back when I make something that interests you. Alright, so platinum trophies. I've managed to accumulate quite a few platinum trophies considering how late I started. I have a whole other video on this channel about why I started gaming in earnest in 2019 as a fully grown adult if you're interested in why it took me that long. I talk about some of the things I'm going to talk about here in more detail in that video, so that video is always there for some background about why I started then. As of recording this, I already have 129 platinums to my name, but I thought that it would be a nice format to just go through each 100 platinums and put them on a tier list to kind of catalog what I've done so far. So I'm gonna be a tier list ranking my first 100 platinums. And I've also thrown in those 100%ed games that don't have platinums in this on their own little tier. So let's go through the tiers, shall we? And the idea here is not that I'm ranking these games as games, I'm ranking the whole experience of getting the platinum in particular. Because a game can be really nice and the plat can be really horrible. So here are the tiers that I've got prepared. So the highest tier here is Gamer Level Up, where I'm gonna put those games that were a personal achievement for me personally. Then under that is the I love this game, I love this plat tier. It's just such a great feeling when you really love a game and the platinum is an enjoyable experience. A lot of games are gonna go in this one. Then under that we have Respectable Platage, or Platage, which is, you know, like that was an alright game and it was an alright plat experience and it looks alright on my profile. I'm okay with all of this. Then under that, we have No Fun, No Pride, which is when you do a plat that you didn't enjoy and you can't even be proud of it. Under that is
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow, dishonor on your whole family.
Because, you know, as plat hunters, we do stoop really low sometimes. Sometimes you do a plat and you're like, this is just embarrassing that I did that. And under that, I've put this separate category that is unranked of all the games that do not have a platinum trophy at all, just have 100%. I just didn't want to exclude those 100%. Some of these games I have done twice, so those will be counted here once, but I will tell you if I did two of it. So if the numbers don't add up, it's because some of these games I have two plats of, like the PS4 version and the PS5 version or the PS Vita version even. So we're starting with my first ever platinum trophy, which is also the first game that I bought. Actually, I got my first console, a PlayStation 4, with my partner, and I got Until Dawn just to backseat. And then it took me a while after that to try and play it myself because I was really not confident in my ability to learn how to play games on a console. But this was actually a really good first platinum because I did have to learn all the buttons for those QuickTime events, which was really, you know, good practice because you do need to memorize where the buttons are. But a lot of it was doable for a first-time platinum hunter. So as a first plat, Until Dawn was really, really great. I'm not gonna put it in Gamer Level Up yet, because it was just my first level of anything. So I'm gonna put it in I love this game, I love this plat, because I do. Next game is kind of random considering this is my second platinum ever. It's Concrete Genie. I don't even know, like, I was kind of just like finding my way and like what games I like to play. This was kind of a random game, but it was a really easy plat, so I'm gonna put it in a Respectable Platage. Next game is even more random, it's Old Man's Journey. I do not know why this must have been on some easy platinum trophies list. Because I was partly already hooked on platinum trophy hunting because I just really instantly liked the idea of getting this one big trophy for getting all the other trophies. That was more motivating to me than just the 100%. It just feels really good to me. So I wanted to get more platinums. And I also wanted to practice playing games. So Old Man's Journey, this is not great for console, actually. This is very much the type of game that is better on a desktop with a mouse. I'm gonna put it in respectable platage because it was alright. It wasn't like no fun, no pride. It was okay. Then Horizon Zero Dawn. This was my first game of this kind, like a first open world thing. I learned how these open world things work in this. And actually Horizon Zero Dawn is a really good baby's first open world plat. Because it really does do a good job of teaching you all of this stuff. Because I tried other open world RPG type things after this and I just could not figure them out. But Horizon Zero Dawn is really beginner friendly. And I discovered with this that I'm really a completionist. Like I went through all of the dialogues, even though I wasn't that into the story that I wanted to see everything. But I just wanted to see everything anyway. So, I guess I'm gonna put this in I love this game, I love this plat. Because I did really like it a lot. And the next one was a surprise favorite for me, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. I love this game. I know it has its faults, like it's kind of a small game, but it's just, I love this. It's so amazing. I'm into this kind of thing, like the story-heavy, artsy concept thing. I love it. I don't love the puzzles in it. They're a little weird and convoluted and hard to figure out sometimes. But this is just one of my all-time faves. So definitely an I love this game, I love this plat, and I'm gonna put it above Horizon Zero Dawn. Okay, next game. Beyond Two Souls. I know how people feel about this game, but you know, I actually liked it. I don't know, I'm easy to please, I guess, but this is a prime example where I actually liked this game, but the experience of getting the platinum is truly a horrendous experience. Because even with going back to a save, I had to watch the ending cutscenes that are long so many times that I started really hating this game. I don't know, it's just this one in particular of all the story games, it was really torturous to have to watch it so many times. So I'm gonna put it in respectable platage above the others because this is still a decently rare platinum. Then next up we have Detroit Become Human. Again, I like this game. And yeah, David Cage, I know, but I really like story games. I just really love the idea of interactive stories, and I will always give them a chance. And I really like Detroit Become Human. I really love how it was the first branching narrative that was this big. So it was special to me. I'm just going through all of the things. So I'm gonna put this in I love this game, I love this plat, and I'm gonna put it above Horizon Zero Dawn. Next one. Now, speaking of me having controversial opinions on things, I love The Last of Us Part 2. I'm not gonna go into that. I'm allowed to feel this way. I love it. I love everything about it. It was a really profound experience for me and it really worked and it really got me thinking, and the gameplay is really great. The graphics are great. Everything about this is great. I love this game. I love this plat. And I'm gonna put it, yeah, right there. Okay, next we have the first Platless 100%, which is Remothered Tormented Fathers. And this was a really surprising game for me because this is like, I'd say this is the second scariest game I've ever played and I was not prepared for that. It has flaws. I am a little disappointed. Well, more than a little disappointed by where the story goes. It's a little iffy and it had so much potential. I really appreciate this game and it could have been better. It could have been something really great. And a little tangent, I was expecting Broken Porcelain to fix the issues that this game had and become better, but somehow it got worse and super buggy. I don't know if I'll ever plat Broken Porcelain because it was awful to play for a number of reasons. But I do have a special place in my heart for Remothered Tormented Fathers, which is a ridiculous name. It is a really scary game and it has some really good stuff in it. I just wish it didn't have the problems that it does have. But yeah, it has no plat, so it's on this no plat tier. Alright, next game is Erica. Like I was saying before, I love the idea of an interactive story. I will always give them a chance. I know that FMV games are almost always pretty bad. I hate to say it, but it's kind of true. But I just love the idea of an FMV interactive live action story game. So I'm gonna try a bunch of them until I actually find one that is actually good someday. But this is not it. I was already kind of not liking it the first go around, and then I had to do it so many times. Unskippable cutscenes. Oh, it was awful. I hated it. So it's going in no fun, no pride. Like, it's not like Dishonor on You, because I'm not ashamed of having this in my trophy list, but I did not enjoy this experience, and that's a shame. Like, it was going for something, but also, like, why do you have to use your phone instead of the controller? Like, you could have easily done that with a controller. I did not like that one. Next plat is Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Now, I do appreciate this game. Not a lot happens. It's a walking sim. Not a lot happens. It's really, really, really slow. And, you know, if it was just this game, I would be like, okay, I like this game. I don't love it, but it was cool. I don't mind that it's a little boring. But the plat was horrible. I had to play it like 3 times because I missed some things. And the walking speed makes this plat really awful. Having to go through this thing several times, the walking speed alone makes this. Do I really have to put this in No Fun, No Pride? I do, kinda. But I did like this more than Erica. That's kind of sad that it goes in No Fun, No Pride, because I did appreciate this game for what it is. It's just the plat was just so not fun. Okay, next up, my only PlayStation 3 plat. I got a second-hand PlayStation 3 when I got really, really obsessed with trophy hunting, and I wanted to play some older games. And Alice Madness Returns. This is kind of the only game that I've returned to play after I've got the plat. Like, there's nothing to do, but I've gone back because I love it so much. I'm awful at platforming, but I love Alice. I'm gonna put it below Until Dawn and above Hellblade because I really, really love Alice Madness Returns. But Until Dawn is something special to me. Okay, next, Death Stranding. This is one of my favorite games ever. Actually, now that I think about it, you know what? I'm gonna do a little thing because I was thinking like Death Stranding, I had to play it on Brutal. And that made me remember that actually Alice Madness Returns was the first game where I had to play it on the hardest difficulty to get the plat. So actually, I'm gonna move Alice Madness Returns into Gamer Level Up because that was a big deal for me. I was very afraid of the hardest difficulties, especially when they're called like Madness and stuff, and Brutal for Death Stranding. So Death Stranding, you also had to play on Brutal, but it really wasn't that hard. When you know how to play it, it's fine. But Death Stranding is a really special one for me. I think this is the plat that took the longest time for me by this point. So I'm gonna put it in I love this game, I love this plat. I'm actually gonna put it in first place there because I really, really enjoyed the experience of getting the plat, and it took a long time, so I spent a lot of time with it, and it was special to me in that way. All right, then the next one is my first plat here that I have a duplicate of. So I did 36 Fragments of Midnight twice. And again, like, yeah, this is kind of a shovelware, like this is a shovelware adjacent game because it's a Ratalaika game, but it is an actual platformer. The thing is that you get the platinum without having to do the entire game, which is and all of the trophies are gold. So it is kind of my first shovelware. But this was also still the time when I'm learning to play games. Like, this is a platformer. I was trying to learn platforming. So where do I put this? Like, is it a No Fun, No Pride, or is it... I mean, it's not respectable. You know, since it is a shovelware, I am gonna have to put it in Dishonor on You. Even though, you know, it's not that bad of a shovelware game. It's just like a really basic platformer, but it was kind of a fun platformer. And I hadn't played a lot of games by this point still, so it was practice for me. But still, it is shovelware. We can't be proud of that. Alright, next one is one of my other favorite games ever, Control. I love Control. I am so stoked for Control Resonant. It's gonna be so overwhelmingly amazing. And also, when I started playing this, I just got it off like the front page of PlayStation Store. I didn't know anything about it. I had such a freak out when Ahti showed up because I didn't know that this was a Finnish developer. I didn't know anything about Remedy by this point. Like, I had never seen a Finnish character in anything just organically, and I was like, what? And then the credit title started, and then I was like, oh, okay, it's a bunch of Finnish people making this. Yeah, that was already mind-bending, let alone like the whole game being so mind-bending in itself. But yeah, I love everything about Control. This is exactly the type of thing that I love. So I'm definitely gonna put it in I love this game, I love this plot. I'm gonna put it above The Last of Us Part 2, because I did enjoy the plot more than The Last of Us Part 2, I think. Marginally, but I think I did. I love Control. I love it so much. Then I have the sequel to 36 Fragments of Midnight, Midnight Deluxe, and this is another one that I did 2 of, but, you know, it goes in the same category. Next one, Adventure Time Pirates of the Enchiridion. I got this game on PS Now, which is now defunct. So I just did this real quick, and it was surprisingly fun. I'm gonna put it in respectable plattage. There. Then we have another platless game, The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. This is another walking sim. You know, it's an alright walking sim. It's not my favorite, but I like it fine enough. But no plat, so into the no plat 100% tier it goes. Then we have Black Mirror. You know, I don't remember much about this. Like, it's an okay game. It's fine. Yeah, something like that. Then Days Gone. I love Days Gone. I love this game. I am so bummed that the sequel got scrapped. I so wanted a sequel to this. I actually played this so much that in the end, I was just doing all the zombie hordes back to back to back. And it got to the point where I was just so focused on getting these hordes and I was so anxious that when I wasn't playing, when I shut my eyes, I would just see this after image of zombies running to me and I would hear the chase music in my head, like the Tetris effect. Funnily enough, when I've told this story before, some people just don't believe me. Why would I lie about that? I just got really intensely into this game and my mind was still like practicing it when I wasn't playing it. And I've got an imagination so I can like make images in my head. Like, it's not that far-fetched. But I thought that was an interesting experience. I haven't really had that much with games. I got really into this one. So it goes into I love this game, I love this plot. Yeah. It's not as good as The Last of Us. It's kind of like the whole time that I was playing it was like, okay, this is trying to be The Last of Us. Like, it's kind of like a more light-hearted version of The Last of Us with some other influences mixed in. And next up, we have my Rayman Legends Platinum Trophy, which is a special one for me because this took me months and months and months of grinding on the daily and weekly challenges, which I wasn't great at. You had to get a certain amount of trophies to get the certain amount of points to get to the highest level of awesomeness or something. So I was really proud of myself for getting this ultra rare trophy, actually. So this was a big gamer level up for me. And also it was kind of poetic because this was one of the first console games that I tried at my friend's house on their PS4. And then I got my own. And then I got the plat for it. So that really was a signifier of my gaming journey. And this was my rarest platinum for a very long time. So I'll always be proud of that one. Next one is Lara Croft Go. This is another one of those classic games that is on every easy platinums list. And that's why I played it, but I actually ended up enjoying it quite a bit. So I am gonna put it in it's not like enough to be like, I love this game, but it's respectable plattage. Like, it's an easy platinum, but it's an alright game. It's an actually challenging enough puzzle game. Feels controversial, but I'm gonna put it there. I don't know if it's that respectable because it's such an easy plat because you can just cheat through it, but I did try to actually play it most of the time. Then we have another FMV game, Telling Lies. I feel like this is a decent FMV game. It's one of the better ones. Like, it's still not great, But I like it. I like this one. I'm gonna put it in respectable platage. I'm gonna put it there. Then we have Ghost of Tsushima. I really like this game a lot. I was actually really sick with a fever when I started it, so I don't know how I even managed to get this game played because I could have ruined it for myself by being so out of it when I tried to start. But it was enough to suck me in and I learned how to play it. I'm still really hit and miss with this type of game. I can get really overwhelmed when there's a lot of skill trees and stuff. But this is a really approachable one, just like Horizon Zero Dawn. It was a little harder for me to learn this one, but it is still intuitive and it was really beautiful and great and I love it. I love this game, I love this plot. I do like it more than Horizon Zero Dawn. But it's not like personally special to me in the way that Detroit Become Human is. Even though, you know, I know Ghost of Tsushima is a better game than Detroit Become Human. But this is a subjective list. So it's gonna just live there. I'm not gonna think too hard on it. Next game is another one that does not have a platinum. It's Layers of Fear. I'm actually surprised by how obscure this game has become in the years after it came out, because I was watching a lot of Let's Plays before I started gaming. More on that in the video about why I started gaming in 2019. But I loved Layers of Fear Let's Plays, and people really appreciated it back then. Like, the people who were making Let's Plays of it thought that it was good. So I'm actually surprised that people don't know it as much these days, and people think that it's a boring walking sim now. I really like it. I know that people clown on the thing where the doll runs into the wall and they think that that makes the whole game ridiculous. And I know that people have a lot of opinions on Bloober games. I'm not gonna go into all of that because I'm rambling enough as it is. But I really had an appreciation for what Bloober Team is trying to do with their games. And I think Layers of Fear was a really decent follow-up to PT. Like, it's very much trying to be PT, but it also does its own thing with it. And I love the visuals. It's such a beautiful game, and it's actually so artistically inspiring. Like, as a painter, this game really inspired me. So, yeah, it's special to me. But, you know, it just goes on the no plat tier. Then this game, Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. I'm so glad that there is a way to actually pay money for this game now and that you can get a platinum for it. I have done it twice. I didn't do the plat back to back this time. I went back and redid the plat for the PS5 version later. But I love Doki Doki Literature Club. It's such a special thing to me. I love it, I love it, I love it. And the plat is not bad. But I'm gonna put it there, because the platinum experience in itself isn't all that special compared to the other ones. Like, this game isn't that involved. It's a visual novel. It has other things in it, but, you know, as a plat experience, it is very much the type of thing where you can just follow a guide and just do the things, you know? And it has some annoying RNG that made me have to, like, refresh it and open it up a bunch of times. Then we have Donut County. This is a lovely little game. I wish there was more of it. I love it. It's such a fun plat. It's honestly such a great game. But where to put it? There. That's a good spot for it, I think. I'm really ranking Donut County above Ghost of Tsushima, good lord. I'm not great at putting things in order. It's just so hard to rank things against other things when they're so different. Then we have, I never know how to say the name of this. Is it gris or is it gris? Because I feel like it can't be gris. It's gris because it's about the color gray, right? Yeah, I like this game. I don't love it like some other people do. I'm gonna put it there. It's a beautiful game, but it's not like personally one of my favorites. And it has a decent plat. Yeah, it's not too hard, but I had to play it a bunch of times to get it because I missed stuff. Yeah, it's a good game. Then Life is Strange True Colors. Again, controversially, this is my favorite Life is Strange. I can really personally relate to this. I'm a really highly emotional person. I have a lot of trouble controlling my emotions, so this really hit hard, plus the thing with the dementia. Oh, that make me cry every time, even though I've played this a few times for the plat. I really do like this game. I'm gonna put it controversially in I love this game, I love this plat. But I'm gonna just put it there. Because, you know, a story game plats, they can be a little annoying, especially if you're playing the game back to back over and over just to get the different scenarios. It can be a little bit annoying. It can ruin the game a little bit, but it's not too bad. I love this game. I know I have bad opinions, but at least I'm positive about it, I guess. Next, we have another platless game. This one is a PS Vita 100%, my first one. It's Touch My Katamari. I got really into Katamari, but I don't have any other Katamari games 100%ed or platted because of the freaking bears and the cows. I can't do the bears and the cows. I'm so annoyed that I have 2 other Katamari games that are just off by 1 trophy because I can't do the bears. I can't do the cows. I love Katamari. I get really into it, but my skill issues keep me from doing those levels. But this one, I could 100%. Has no plat, so there it goes. Next, I gave another FMV game a chance. This one, I don't know. It's just, I can't. No. I don't like this one. Actually, weirdly enough, I think this is worse than Erika. I'm sorry, I just do not like the acting in this. I do not like the story in this. It was very annoying to play several times. In these story things, there's nothing but the story, so everything is unskippable and you just have to like basically watch the same movie like 3 times, which is very annoying when you don't like the movie. That's just what that is. But it's a plat. Then we have Twin Mirror. This is a story game that I do not like. I don't remember much of it. It was boring to me. Like, it was okay. I don't hate it. It's just I didn't like it. So I'm gonna put it in no fun, no pride, but above those 2. I just personally don't care for this one. Next we have The Town of Light, which I got free with my copy of Martha is Dead, which I've made a video about before. That was kind of unnecessarily negative because I really wanted to love that game and I couldn't. But yeah, this was a short game, short platinum, walking sim, another one where you walk really annoyingly slowly, and I had to do it a few times because I missed things, which is always really annoying. I do not like this. This is a controversial game. People have a lot of problems with this. I do not like it either. It's not bad enough to go on Dishonor on You, but it's gonna go in no fun, no pride. I'm gonna put it above Late Shift because at least this has beautiful visuals, but it has a lot of issues that I'm not gonna go into that much. I talked about that a little bit in my Martha is Dead video, but eh. Then we have Last Stop, which I've also done twice. Not back to back again, I went back and redid the other version. This game, it's a story game. It's a pretty simple game, but I actually like this. I didn't expect much from this at all, but I thought it was fun. It's a respectable plottage, and I liked it, so I'm gonna put it there. Next one is my first Just Dance Platinum. This is where I got obsessed with getting platinums for Just Dance. It's a lot of work because you have to, for most of these games, you have to megastar almost all of them. For some of them, you have to megastar all of the maps for the older ones. But this one was the first that I got the plat for because I had a lot of problems. My first Just Dance was Just Dance 2020, but I had some issues with broken trophies, and I've had that with other Just Dance games, but this was my first one, and it was a big achievement for me. I'm gonna put it in Gamer Level Up because this got me really obsessed with Just Dance, and also these platinums are quite rare because it does take a lot of very different type of effort to learn all the dances and get mega star scores on them than, you know, just playing other types of games. I find Just Dance really satisfying because I get my gaming, I get my trophy hunting, and I get exercise. So that's 3 things that I get from one game. And it takes a long time to get a plat because you physically can't do it for hours and hours every day. I'm so bummed that there are no more yearly releases of Just Dance where you can get a plat for each game, because now it's just this one base game and then you get a DLC and you can't get a plat from them anymore. So it really decreased my motivation to keep going with Just Dance. But I got all the plats that I have been able to get for Just Dance, and this one was the first one, so it's my personal level up. Then we have Murdered Soul Suspect. This was a surprise one for me. This was one of those PS Plus monthly games, I think, and I didn't have any expectations. I just did it, and it was surprisingly good. I quite enjoyed it. It was really nice. I like a good gothic atmosphere and nice visuals and ghosts. I love that. So I actually love this game. I'm gonna put it there. Then we have Just Dance 2016, which is when I got really excited about Just Dance and I went back to do the older games. I've bought so many freaking things just for this. Like, I got Move controllers and all of that stuff. I got a PSI camera for the PS3 and all of that stuff just to play the older Just Dance games. And the thing about this is you can't get this plat anymore because the servers are gone. I'm gonna put it in Gamer Level Up because this was my rarest plat at the time. And this took a lot of effort because for the older games you had to get 5 stars on everything. And while that is lower than Megastar because they didn't have Megastar or Superstar at that point, because the motion tracking was not as good, it's actually way more difficult to get 5 stars on these older ones than to get Megastar on the newer games. Because you have to not only learn the dances, but you have to learn how to do the specific tracking that is all finicky and weird, because sometimes you have to do a different move for it to classify it as perfect. Which is a whole thing. Like, I'm so deep in the Just Dance rabbit hole. You shouldn't even allow me to go into that. Next thing is another platless thing, the Playroom. But it has trophies. This is the tutorial thing for how to use your PS4, basically. It's fun. It's weird. It has some weird AR stuff in it. But you know, it's a nice 100% thing. Doesn't have a plat. But this was another thing that I was able to do thanks to me buying that stupid camera for the Just Dance games. Because you need that for this. Next game is Haven. This is a fun co-op. It's actually more fun than I anticipated it being. It's not the greatest game, but it's a fun thing to play with someone. And I went back and played it on my own as well to get the rest of the trophies that I missed. And it was still alright. And the soundtrack for this game is actually pretty nice. Next we have Martha is Dead. Like I said, I have a whole video about this game and my experience with it. So I'm just going to talk about the plot, because I've already rambled on about this enough. The plot for this is not fun, because the walking speed again, and it's janky, and it had a lot of broken trophies, it was a lot of problems, and you have to play it. Well, I had to play it a few times because I missed stuff, and because the trophies were broken. And I was disappointed in aspects of the game, so I'm gonna put it in no fun, no pride, but kind of above everything else. I have a lot of feelings about this game. It was my most hyped game at the time, and I was so disappointed in it, but it still had a lot of really cool things. Whatever, I have a whole video about it. Don't let me talk about it more. Oh, but I have to say, this is another one that I have done twice. I went back to this later, but it's actually not going to even be in this batch because I went into it like last year. So this plat is not twice within the first 100 plats range. So this is gonna come back in my next tier list. Isn't that fun? Next game is the Dark Pictures Anthology Little Hope. I have played all of the Dark Pictures games, and I'm one of those people who likes them. I know they're not perfect, but I love this kind of thing. It's such a fun thing to do with the person that you do each of these games with annually. There's a reason why a lot of people hate this game. I don't hate the thing that people hate this for. Like, it's not the best thing ever, but I don't hate it. I just don't want to spoil it for those who don't know. But yeah, I mean, this is a respectable plat. I didn't love the plat experience. It's a little tedious having to play it over and over and over again, but I do appreciate these games. I'll put it there because I actually enjoyed this plat more than I did for Beyond Two Souls, which was awful. Then we have Just Dance 2017, and this is again going in my Gamer Level Up tier because this will probably always be my rarest platinum trophy ever. It's currently sitting at, let's see, 0.60% ultra rare on PSN profiles. And it's only gonna get more rare because you cannot do it anymore because the servers are down. This is rare because you had to do these battles against other players, and I was able to do it because, and it's kind of awkward because it's like you battle against these ancient videos of people playing the game in their living rooms that are still there in the server. Of course, they're not anymore, but they were at the time that I did this, right before the servers shut down. So there's a good reason why they didn't do that after this. But that is what you had to win against 100 challengers. And I just kept going back daily, and it kept showing me other ones that I could play against. And it counted. So yeah, that was a lot of work. It was a long grind. It took a lot of daily exercise, but I'm really, really pleased that I have this, especially since you cannot get it anymore. So that platinum is just gonna rise up in value because you can still get trophies for this game, but you can't get the online ones. Next up, we have Journey. This is a special game. This is a nice one. It does not have a plat, so it's going here. I was able to kind of cheat and manipulate my way into playing this with a friend because there's a low enough amount of people playing it that you could just kind of like keep refreshing until you got your friend randomly. And that was a really nice experience. We had a really nice time with it. And, you know, this game is actually special to me in that I was really afraid of playing with strangers. It doesn't feel that different from just going up to some people being like, do you want to play with me in real life? I just don't have that much of a separation between people online and people in real life, and I'm really socially anxious. But this game really helped me because I played it with my friend, and then after that, there's that trophy of getting a certain number of other people to play with. Like, you have to play with a certain number of other people. And having done it with a friend already, that gave me the courage to do that. And I know that's really pathetic, but it was special to me. Okay. Next, we have a surprise one, BioShock 2. I talked a little bit in my video about why I started gaming as an adult, about me trying to play BioShock when I couldn't use the controller at all. Like, I borrowed a friend's console and tried to learn how to move, and I couldn't do it. So BioShock was really hard for me, and I tried it on my own later when you could get it on PS Plus as a monthly game, the whole package of BioShock collection. So I played BioShock, and I didn't love it. It was hard. I didn't quite grasp it. But then BioShock 2, for some reason, I understood and I could learn, and it worked for me. And I really ended up liking it a lot. And this game you have to play on the hardest difficulty to get the plat. But it does have the Vita chambers, so you don't lose progress that much when you die. So I was able to get the plat on this, and I was really proud of myself because you had to play on the hardest mode, and this felt like a real game, you know? Like, it was very hard for me because I hadn't done the harder mode on this kind of game before. So, you know, it was a big deal for me. I was really proud of myself. And then going from being proud of myself to my name is Mayo. I mean, this is a freaking trophy hunter staple. You have to do this if you're a plat hunter. It is a dishonor on you, a dishonor on your cow, a dishonor on your family. But you gotta do it. It's a rite of passage doing My Name is Mayo. And of course I did it twice. I actually haven't done the sequel games to this, but this one I did do twice. You gotta do it. Next we have another Dark Pictures game, House of Ashes. This was better than Little Hope. I don't need to say more about it. I've played all of these. Then we have another platless one, Abzu. Oh, I just realized I haven't put these in order. Let's fix that real quick. Let's actually do this like that. And then Abzu, it's a really beautiful game. It's got really lovely visuals. I don't know that much about the gameplay and the trophy requirements, but, you know, it's a nice game. I don't have much to say about it. Okay, I was kind of on a kick of getting these platless 100% for some reason at this point. I guess I was just like, I have been avoiding these too much. I played Flower, and I actually got this on the PS Vita. I had bought a second-hand PS Vita at some point, and I had been playing some of these things on and off, and I guess at this point I was just like, let's just finish them. They don't have plats. This one doesn't have a plat. Then I was like, I want to play something stupid on PS Vita instead of just playing on my phone because I wanted to feel more productive by getting trophies in my trophy collection. So I got Licky the Lucky Lizard Lives Again. If this had a plat, I would put it in Dishonor on You, but Oh, it doesn't, so there it goes. That does not look good on my list. But I just thought it was better than just playing solitaire on my phone, because at least I would be getting trophies. Next game is Operation Tangle. This is a surprisingly fun co-op game. Like, I didn't expect it to be this fun, but it actually is a really good co-op game. There's not enough co-op games. I'll put it right there. We had a lot of fun with it. You do have to play it at least twice because you have to do both roles. You know, and it was actually quite different from the other side, which was interesting to see. So, yeah, I really like this one. I didn't expect to like it so much, but I did. Next one is Astro's Playroom, which is the improved equivalent of the Playroom for PS5. And this one does have a plot, and it's more of an actual game. This is really fun. I'm gonna even go as far as to say, no, I'm not gonna say I love this game. I love this plot. It's respectable. I'm gonna put it there. It's a fun game. I really like all the references to things. They've really made these tutorial things fun. Then we have Alan Wake 2. I love it. I love Remedy. But I don't love it as much as Control. I'm gonna put it there. It's just a great game. Much better than Alan Wake Remastered. I already played Alan Wake actually on Steam when you couldn't get it on PlayStation. But the Remastered is a PS Plus monthly game, so I replayed it and did the plot on PlayStation, which was nice that I was able to get it. But I don't love the gameplay in Alan Wake. I think they really, really significantly improved it in Alan Wake 2, so it's gonna go over there. Stray. This game is so fun. It's so nice. I love it. I love Stray. It's so fun to be a little kitty cat, but it's not my personal favorite, so I'm gonna put it there. Just Dance 2019. This is the first one that is not going on a Game Will Level Up thing because it's just more Just Dance. I love Just Dance. And I am proud of my achievements with that because it does actually require skills. But where do I put it? Maybe there, I guess. Then we have Storm Boy, which this was my fastest plat for a while. I did not go into it thinking that it was a 20-minute plat, but it was. So, yeah, I know that this is like a deeper message. It's kind of like a children's book in game form. I didn't know that it was gonna be like this. I thought it was gonna be an actual game, so I know some people appreciate it. It didn't land with me. Yeah, sorry. I didn't have fun with it. I'm not proud of it. It felt like a little bit... I mean, I know it's not shovelware, but it was just such a nothing game. Yeah. Then we have Horizon Forbidden West. Okay, this took me forever to do. I played this at a time when I got really interested in other things and wasn't gaming at all other than playing this from time to time, which is weird to think of now. And I did this and I did the DLC, and the DLC had a broken trophy in it that I couldn't get, so I couldn't get 100% and I have to replay the DLC if I want to get that one trophy because it had a bug. And you know, I don't know. There was too much of this. I got sick of it. It's my own fault, partly for wanting to see everything and do everything and look at all of the dialogues when I didn't actually care about the story much anymore. But I don't love Forbidden West because it went on for longer than I kind of wanted it to, which is like, oh, my lobster too buttery. But that's just my experience with it. I would have liked it a lot more if there was less of it. And I know that's my fault. You could just stop playing, but I had to get everything. That's just how I am. So yeah, it just wasn't as special to me as the first one. Then we have Road 96. It's an okay game. I know that some people really like it. I don't love it that much. I like it more than Concrete Genie. But it's an alright game. It's a good plat. Like, it's a really doable plat. It's fine. Oh, I did manage to put Last Stop in here twice. I wasn't supposed to put games in here twice, but because I did it 2 separate times, I accidentally did. So I think we're gonna just ignore that. Because I haven't done the other ones twice, so just ignore that one. Then, next one is Burly Men at Sea. This is a really quick plat. I wouldn't say it's respectable that much because it's really, really quick. But it's a fun little game. It's another one of those where it's like a storybook in game form, but this one I actually did kind of enjoy. Not hugely, but it's a nice little plat. I don't know. It's fine. Okay, Virginia. I don't understand what people see in this. I do not like this game. I thought it was really not fun, and I didn't understand it. I'm sorry, like it won a BAFTA. I like story games normally. Like, I'm really easy to please, but this one just did not hit with me at all. And then all I saw was people praising it. I'm confused. Like, what am I not seeing? I mean, it's a fine game. I didn't hate it. It's just, I don't get why people are so into it. Then we have a funny case of, I played this twice, and one of them has a plat and the other one doesn't. So I'm putting it in a plat tier. What Remains of Edith Finch. The PS4 version does not have a plat, the PS5 version does. I love this game. It's an amazing story. I like walking sims, okay? And this is one of the better ones. Like, this is one of the best uses of interactive storytelling in this type of thing. Like, it's so inventive, it's so classic. I love, love, love it. It's so sad, it makes me cry. I'm glad I got to do it twice. I'm gonna put it in, I love this game, I love this plat, and I'm gonna put it above Life is Strange True Colors. That's just how it's gonna be. And then, the other one would be here, but I'm only putting one entry per game, so that's what that's gonna be. Then this one is Welcome Park, which is the tutorial thing for how to use your PS Vita with all the stupid back touch screens and everything. And it's actually really embarrassing. I started playing this immediately when I got the Vita because it was like, oh, why wouldn't you 100% Welcome Park? Because of course it doesn't have a platinum. Because it's free on your thing, and it's just, but this is so embarrassing, but it was too hard for me to get the speed challenges with where you have to tap the things and slide them over, and it was too hard for me. But I started grinding and getting better. I'm a snail. It's hard for me to be fast. It's a no plat one. I'm gonna put it above Licky the Lucky Lizard though. But I'm embarrassed that it took me so long to get that. Then we have Hitman Go, which I started playing right after I played Lara Croft Go because I thought this was going to be like that game, which I enjoyed. Turns out, no, this is a completely different puzzle game. And I discovered very quickly that my brain does not like this type of puzzle at all. It's awful at it. It was just not enjoyable at all, and this was just sitting on my Vita taking up space until I deleted it. And then at some point I was just annoyed at it being an ugly F rank mark on my PSN profile, so I did the least enjoyable thing you can do to get a plat, which is go move by move with a guide, just watching the YouTube video and copying all the movements, because I didn't actually want to play this, I just wanted to get it. And this had a trophy where you are not allowed to use the hint system in the game, which you were allowed to use on Lara Croft Go, which made it a lot more enjoyable because you could just use the hints when you were stuck. But with this, this was awful, awful, awful. Kind of the worst platinum experience when you don't actually even play it, you just copy it. And actually, you know what? Because of the way that I got this, I have to put this in Dishonor on You, because that is deeply shameful that I fully cheesed my way through the entire thing, didn't enjoy any of it, didn't do any of it myself. I was just sick of watching the freaking F rank on this. Or E rank, probably, actually. It is what it is. The next game is Ikai, which is a decent, fine, mid-tier horror game. It's alright. It was a little annoying to plat because I kept missing things and had to play it like a couple of times. I had to play it maybe 3 times because I missed like one thing on my second run. Yeah, we could put it there. It's an alright game, it's an alright plat. It's just fine. It has interesting visuals in it. Then we have another Dark Pictures game, The Devil in Me. Again, I don't know which one I like more, this or The House of Ashes as a plat. I think The House of Ashes is better, but I might have enjoyed The Devil in Me more, but I don't know. They're so close to each other, it's fine. Then we have Endling, Extinction is Forever. Yeah, this is a good game. This is a good game. I don't love it, but it's a really good game. It's a really good plot. Oh, the plot is a little annoying because I think I did miss something and I had to play it another time just for one thing. And that's, a skill issue, a guide following issue. I don't know. It just keeps happening to me where I have to do a whole playthrough of a thing just for one little thing that I missed. It just keeps happening to me every time. So that did make it less enjoyable. But it's a beautiful game. It has a story. It's really sad. Then we have Life is Strange. Finally got the platinum for this. I played the first episode of this when it was free a long time ago, like way in the beginning of me playing games. And then I actually just got this full game secondhand because I was sick of seeing the incomplete trophies on my list. And this is a classic. I had watched it a million times on YouTube. So it was time to just finish doing the plat for myself. I'm gonna put it in respectable platage. About over there, I'd say. It's not that great of a plat, really, because you just have to take pictures of stuff. That's not all that fun. I missed something and I had to go back and play one chapter just for one picture. Again, this always happens to me, so that's a little bit annoying. But that's just how it is. Then we have Power Wash Simulator. I unapologetically love this game and I was so happy to have an excuse to play it for a really long time, listen to a lot of audiobooks, so many audiobooks while I played this. I love it. Where am I gonna controversially put Power Wash Sim? I'm gonna put it right there. That's a good spot for it. I haven't started Power Wash Sim 2. I'm just waiting for the right moment and I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy myself with that. I love doing chores virtually and not in real life. This next game is actually another embarrassing one because I got this for very cheap right when we got the PS4 for the first time. And I got this because it was a simple platforming game and it was cheap. And I thought it would be a good game to just learn how to use the controller. This is a first-person platformer and it actually made me feel so sick. I'm really, really prone to motion sickness. And this got me feeling like I had to lie down because I thought I was gonna hurl. And therefore, I had to stop playing it because it was just making me feel so sick. And I thought I just have to get used to playing games so that I get rid of this motion sickness issue. And then years later, I was like, oh, I've learned how to play games. I don't get sick anymore when I play. Because at the beginning, I did get sick when I was playing anything that had camera controls, basically. So I was like, oh, I could just plat refunk now that I can play games. Well, I started it up and I felt sick again. It's just this game. Only this game now will make me feel sick. But I persevered through it and I got used to it. And then I had to learn it really well to do speedrun trophies, which this was my first time doing speedrun trophies. And it was actually really stressful for me because I'm a snail. It's hard for me to go fast, but I got it. I learned how to speed through it and I got through the motion sickness and I persevered and I got the platinum. And this is an easy platinum, but it was so hard for me. So incredibly shamefully, I will have to put this in gamer level up. Because it genuinely was a level up for me doing my first speedrun thing. Oh lord. The next one was a surprise hit. This was a PS Plus monthly game, and I tried it, and I actually was really surprised by how much I enjoyed it and how good the plat was. I really like this game. I'm gonna put it in I love this game, I love this plat. And I'm gonna actually put it above Stray. This is a really fun, cute game. It's so nice. I'm so glad that there's gonna be a Toem 2. You just take pictures of cute little creatures and do little puzzles. It's so nice. Next game. Okay, I can't scroll it down more. The next game is My Incubi Harem. I did this for an inside joke with my friend. And I'm not gonna explain it to you. I'm just gonna let it be what it is. This game is such a clear example of dishonor on you, dishonor on your family. It's so stupid even trying to play a pervy visual novel on PlayStation because they censor the heck out of that shit. So there's barely anything even in it, but I did this for a reason. I'm not gonna tell you what that reason is. But it's for my own amusement and my friends' amusement, and that's that. I had my reasons. Like, it's shovelware, so it's already shameful for that reason, but I had a reason to do this specific one. And the funny thing is, I did do this one twice, so I have this platinum 2 times. I don't take this thing too seriously. Oh, then we have another embarrassing one, Music Racer. I'm gonna put that in respectable platage right away. But the story with this one is that my partner bought this game, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna try that. It should be easy enough. And for some reason, I was terrible at this simple game. I was awful at it, and I was immediately shamed. This is another one that I started playing when I just started playing. There's no excuse for being bad at this game, but I was. So I was just stuck with this game being on like F tier or E tier. Because if I have actually played a game, even if I don't get a trophy for it, I won't remove it from my list. So it will be on F tier because I'm not going to lie that I didn't play it. But years later, I went back to it and I had improved enough as a gamer that I was able to do it. And then I cheesed a lot of the last trophies because for that, you can just like leave it be and play itself until you get enough points to buy all the cars. And this was also, I also had another good reason why I couldn't get better at this game is that this is another game that gave me intense motion sickness. It made me feel so bad. And that's also, I think, a good enough reason why I cheesed it and just left it running in the background, because I just couldn't look at it for a very long time. And you have to grind this for a really long time to get enough points. Like by the end, I was good enough that I could have gotten those points legitly, but I just didn't want to lie in bed about to vom for a game like this. So I finally got the plat and got rid of this being a game that drags down my completion percentage. So that's that. Next game, Indica. I love this game. Where do I put it in here, though? I will put it there, I'd say. This was an anticipated release for me because I had seen trailers for it and I was instantly intrigued and enamored. The game wasn't quite what I expected it to be based on the trailers, but I love when game devs just do their vision and do something weird. I love it so much. So even if I don't love every single part of this game and it's really short, I love just the whole idea of it and everything about it. And this was actually, weirdly enough, this soundtrack for this game, I love it so much that it was my most listened to music, I think, last year. Because I listened to the soundtrack in the background all the time so much. Like, this is exactly the type of games as art thing that I go wild for. I love it. I really cannot wait to see what else Oddmeter comes up with. Then we have a game that I played for the plat and was pleasantly surprised by how good this was. The Artful Escape. I really ended up liking it a lot. Gonna put it there, I think. This is really cool. Like, this game is really unique. Like, it's not heavy on the gameplay, but it's really heavy on the vibes. And I was actually really pleasantly surprised that it had this little dress-up portion in it and I was able to customize my character really nicely, and that was fun. And I did do this one twice. I did the PS4 version and the PS5 version, and I love it. It's so colorful and vibrant and the music is cool and I love it. Then we have Layers of Fear 2. This time it does have a platinum trophy. This is not as good as Layers of Fear 1, but I don't hate it. I know there's a plagiarism thing about this, but I'm not gonna go into it right now. I think yeah. I just love the visuals of the environments that Bloober Team does. Like, that alone, that and the atmosphere, I could just sit forever and just listen to those Layers of Fear atmosphere things. Then this one does not have a platinum. Road 96 Mile Zero. It's a decent sequel to Road 96. I don't know if it's quite as good, and it has a different gameplay. The gameplay in this is probably better than Road 96. It was a good game. It's fine. No plat. Then we have Slime Rancher. I played Slime Rancher pretty much the whole time that I played PlayStation, like on off. I love it. I'm gonna put it there. I do love it even more than Power Wash Sim. But the thing that was holding me back from getting the platinum was the speed run of the challenge mode. And that was really, really challenging for me. But yeah, I finally did it. And this is a pretty rare trophy considering how this is such a casual, nice game, but it's just that one speedrun thing that is actually hard. Then we have The Sims 4. Now, I'm gonna put this in No Fun, No Pride for a good reason, and that is I didn't actually play this properly on the PlayStation. Now, I feel like I can be excused for cheesing this because I have legitimately played The Sims 4 for years and years and years on PC. Like, this was one of the only games that I did play before I became a gamer for real. And The Sims 4 is awful on console. But I did this because it's such an easy free plat when you cheese it. Because there's the download gallery, you can download families that are about to get the things that you need to get. And you can just cheese this. I did this whole plat in 5 hours and 45 minutes. Next one is a special one, Resident Evil 3. This one goes straight to gamer level up and on top of everything else because this was my first time that I was good enough at playing games that I could get a Resident Evil platinum. Because part of it was just that I didn't believe in myself and I didn't even properly try because I'm so scared of hard moding things. But this I finally did because everyone was saying that Resi 3 is the easiest one and it's still, the boss fight on Infernal is horrendous. Like the dodging that you have to do, I thought that I saved a video of that and apparently I either didn't or accidentally deleted it, but I did it and that was a big thing for me. I've played so many Resident Evil games and I've loved them from the start of my gaming journey. And this was the first time I was finally good enough to get a plat. So that was a big thing for me. And then, right after that one, the next one is Resi Village, which is, I had already done all of the campaign trophies for this years ago. But the thing that was holding me back from getting the plat was the freaking S ranking all of the mercenaries things. That is so hard. It's legit a really hard challenge and I didn't think that I could do it, but then after I got Resi 3 I started really grinding the mercenaries and I was able to get it, which really surprised me that that was even possible. So I got the plat for Resi Village, which again, controversial opinion, it's my favorite Resident Evil game. I just love the gothic vibes. I'm just such a sucker for that kind of thing. So yeah, Resi Village is my favorite Resident Evil game. I know that that's the wrong opinion, but it's my opinion. And I'm saving the PS5 version of Resi Village to replat it, legitly. There's no autopop for this. I will go through the whole thing again, but I'm saving it because I really want an excuse to get back into this when it's been a long time. And next one is another really special one. It's Night in the Woods. I don't know if I can quite put it in gamer level up. I'm gonna be radical and put it in gamer level up because, so this is an easy game. It's just a story game. It's really straightforward. It's just like every other story game except that there is a minigame inside it, which is a hack and slash retro thing. And now in hindsight, now that I've learned how to play it, it's not that difficult really in the end, but it was hard for me at the start. I'm not used to that kind of game. It's really hard. You have to finish it twice in 2 different ways to get 2 trophies that you're required to get for the platinum. And that is why this is quite a rare plat. At this moment it is very rare, 6.46% on PSN profiles. You're supposed to do this specific sequence of things to get the other ending for the minigame, and I did it wrong. So I had to finish it 3 times to get that. But yeah, I was grinding that stupid minigame for a long time to get this. I know that these are such pathetic feats to people who are used to games, but it's just, I have so much that I just don't know how to do yet, even at this point. Okay, next thing we have Silent Hill 2 Remake. And considering what you've heard me say about Team Bloober, you can guess how I feel about this. I love it. I love the original as well. I haven't platted it because it does have some difficult requirements, but I have played the dreaded HD collection of 2 and 3. I will go back to them and keep playing them again. I know that it's wrong to play that version, but I didn't actually know that at the time, and that's the only way you can get get trophies for the original Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill 3. But yeah, I love the Bloober Team remake. I don't have anything against it. I am perfectly fine with it. It doesn't replace the original. They both still exist. I do love this though. I'm gonna put it there. The OG still has some things that the remake can never have, but I love the remake and I appreciate Bloober Team's efforts. I have always been a fan of Bloober Team, even though people hate them. Then this next thing, this is going straight into Dishonor on You, Dishonor on Your Family. Because this is just straight up a shovelware game where you get the plat for just doing like 15 levels or something. But I did not realize that this was a shovelware game. I had just gotten into PlayStation Stars. Of course, I got into it right before they shut it down. But they had these challenges in them and I like to do them sometimes. And one of them was like play these games and Word Quest was one of them. So I was like, oh, I'll do this for the PlayStation Stars points and whatever. And then it turned out it was just straight up a shovelware game. I felt so betrayed by PS Stars. Like, why did you make me put a shovelware game on my profile without knowing that that's what I was about to do? That was so stupid. Then we have Scribblenauts Showdown. I played this with a friend. It was not fun. Like, some of it was fun, but playing it was not great. It was quite annoying. I did the rest of it on my own at home and I cheesed a lot of it. Then we have another game that I'm gonna put in my gamer level up, like right there, because it's Uncharted Golden Abyss. If you know what this is, like, this is a really random thing. It's the Uncharted PS Vita game. This is a rare plat because nobody freaking played this. Yeah, I was grinding this for a long time on PS Vita and it was strange. I may have done some permanent damage to my eyesight trying to freaking see those tiny little heads on the thing to shoot. This was my first Uncharted plat. Every trophy hunter usually has a bunch of Uncharted plats because Uncharted games were some of the first to ever have platinum trophies, but this is the one that I got. And, you know, this was surprisingly doable. I was always so afraid of crushing mode, but it was doable in this. I realized in this that I can actually do it. The thing that actually made this really freaking hard was that one trophy where you have to defeat 10 enemies in a row with a single punch after softening them up with gunfire. So you have to shoot them first and then punch them 5 dudes in a row. That was so difficult to do. It was so annoying. I tried it so many times. I was grinding that day after day until I finally got it. That was such a stupid trophy. I hated that one. That was an XP gain for me personally as a gamer. And it's kind of a really random plat to have, which is fun. Then we have the casting of Frank Stone. Like, weirdly enough, I'm a big fan of Supermassive games and I did not know this existed. So we just played this right away when I found out that it exists. I'm gonna put it there. Like, it's obviously not one of the better Supermassive games, but it has some things that the other ones don't. Like, this had a really good butterfly effect decision map thing where you can go back to a certain point and do that. And they've implemented that into the new Dark Pictures games, which is a really great improvement that made platting this much better than having to replay the whole thing and just manage your own saves and stuff. Then we have Just Dance 2022. I think this might be the best Just Dance game. It went downhill after this one. This was the last really good one, sadly. Next up we have Amnesia Collection. This, I finally did Amnesia. I'm gonna put that right there. It's a respectable plat. It's a little bit of an annoying trophy list because it's like 2 games and a DLC. Then we have a very, 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 very random game called Violetti Gotti. I'm gonna put that in Dishonor. This isn't actually a shovelware thing in that it's actually kind of a rage platformer, honestly. I'm gonna put it on top of this, but the reason that I played this is not for the plat. I didn't think that I was gonna get the plat because it was actually... I'm awful at platformers, so this was actually quite difficult for me because it's a rage platformer. It's unfair on purpose. But I got this because it was... I was just browsing the PS Store, looking at cheap games, seeing if there were any that I could do plats on. And this was listed for 12 cents. And look at it. And the name is Violetti Gotti with 2 I's. And, you know, purple goth in Finnish is Violetti Gotti with 1 I. So I was like, what the hell is this? So I had to get it because it was so weird, and this game is so bizarre. It's so strange, but it's also really short, so I was able to grind through it and get it. It's really cursed. Then we have Split Fiction. I think this is the best co-op game. Where am I gonna put it? Because it's such a different experience, like so much fun with a friend. It's so fun, and it's so pretty, and it's so nice. I'm gonna put it there because the story isn't my favorite story of anything ever, but it's just so fun. This is such a great game. I love it. We had so much fun with it. We were both really terrible at it, but they should make more stuff like this. This is amazing. Oh, next we have Inksplosion. Okay, the thing with Inksplosion is that this is on every single easy, cheap platinums list. And I got it for that reason when I was just starting in 2019. And I was humbled so quick because my slow, incompetent snail ass was unable to play this game. I could not play this at all. I was terrible at it. And that is actually so embarrassing. I was so embarrassed because I had also started this both on PS4 and PS Vita because both of those came in the package. And I had 2 E-tier trophy lists because of this. And they were just there for years and years and years. And from time to time, I tried to play it again on my Vita and I couldn't. And then at some point I was like, I have to get this out of here. I have to get the plat because this is an easy, quick plat and I haven't been able to do it. And then, you know when it actually really clicked for me? I finally realized that when you play these games, like this is kind of a Super Space Invaders type game, you have to look at yourself and not the things that you're shooting. Like, of course you have to be aware of where they are, but my problem was that I was not looking at where I was, so I was getting hit too much. But, you know, it just completely shifts your perception when you put your focus on where you are and protecting yourself. That was my problem. And these are the things that you don't realize if you haven't grown up playing games. And then you just get the wrong idea of what you're doing. And I was like asking people for advice, like how could I improve? And they didn't know that that was my problem, was that I was putting my focus in the wrong place. And that's embarrassing, but finally I figured that out and then it got so much easier. Embarrassing. But I got this plat twice for PS4 and PS Vita. Okay, next game is Observer, a Bloober Team game that I had played years and years before and then went back to do the plat. I don't love this one. It's cool. I like what they're doing with it. I really appreciate a lot of the things, like it's got a really cool style, cool vision, cool things in it. It's got a really unique atmosphere, really cyberpunk, really cool, but it's just not me, you know? Oh, and the platinum, there was some problem, honestly. I did the thing where I played through the whole thing and collected all the photos, but there was some kind of problem with the trophy. It didn't pop. So I had to do it again with the guide and get all of the photos. And finally I got it, but I had to replay the whole thing from start to finish again. Everything is unskippable. So that soured my experience quite a bit, but I appreciate this game. I like it in a slightly distant way. Then we have another twofer trophy for Plague Tale Innocence. I was going through this thing where I was just going back to games that I had already played and finished and just doing the rest of the trophies so I can get the plat. I don't love this game as much as other people do. It's kind of like with Observer, I appreciate it. I can see why it's great. I'm gonna say it's better than Layers of Fear 2, yeah. I played it first time when I hadn't played a lot of games yet. So yeah, having like more experience with other games made me appreciate it more the second time around, and just giving it a lot of time to get the platinum helped me like it more. And then this was also my first time doing an autopop trophy thing for the other version, because this had partial autopop for the PS5 version. Like you couldn't autopop the full platinum. I still had to do the collectibles, so I had to kind of play the whole thing again, because I had to do like every chapter in chapter select again to get the remaining trophies. And there was an upgrade trophy, and I hadn't been able to get my previous save to a point where I could have just easily gotten the last upgrade. So I had to also replay a bunch of the later chapters. So it wasn't like a clear case of autopop where you just start up the game and you get all the trophies automatically from your PS4 version. So that was my first venture into autopop, but it wasn't a full autopop thing. Then I went into this thing where I just wanted to get a bunch of plats from free games to get closer to plat number 100 because I had plans for what was going to be my plat number 100. These are all going to go to Dishonor on You, and right on the bottom, this one especially, Puzzle Drop Carnival. I got these from those YouTube videos listing a bunch of free games with platinums, and I was like, okay, I'll do a bunch of those. And this one I am especially ashamed of because the graphics are so obviously AI. By the time that I realized that, I had already started playing it. I'm so against AI. I would not play anything that is AI, but I was just so like caught up on let's just get all the free plats that I can get that I didn't even consider that, and I should have. Yeah, that was naive of me. Yeah, this was April of last year, so I should have known better by that time. Like, it wasn't like an entirely new thing. I wouldn't play games with AI images, and I didn't want to then either, but this slipped through the cracks for a free plat. And then I did 2 other puzzle games, Halloween Puzzle and Puzzle Journey. Like, they're just jigsaw puzzle things and memory games, and yeah, I'm not proud of that. But, I don't know, it's free games, free plats. This next one, though, this is another free game. This is The Light in the Darkness. You can't see because the picture is so small, but I might put it there. So this one, if you don't know what this is an educational game about, well, the Holocaust, which is so messed up, actually, that this game is so horrible. Like, the graphics and the subject matter are clashing so badly, and it's a free game, and it's just, I'm sorry, but this is an absolutely horrendous game. It was awful to play. The subject matter feels way too heavy for what this is. I don't know how good a job it does of educating you about this. It's free so that you can get educated. And I did this twice because you get the PS4 and PS5 versions of it, and it was miserable and awful both times, and I am ashamed of this one. Moving on. Then I had been playing A Plague Tale Requiem, and at this point I got the platinum for it. I think this is better than Innocence, much improved. I still don't love it, but I'm gonna put it above Amnesia Collection. Like, this is an improvement, and actually there was something about A Plague Tale Innocence that kept me a little bit at a distance from the story, but this one made me cry. This one got me to really feel it. Then we have a twofer with Visage, PS4 and PS5. I did it twice. I learned how to speedrun it just for fun because you can. No. I'll put it there. Yeah, a lot of people say this is the scariest game ever. A lot of people say this is just like PT. It certainly is trying to be like PT. I have some issues with the story being like, it has 3 stories, and all of the stories are like, ooh, mental illness, so scary, ooh. I don't love that, especially when it gets repeated so much. I think that the stories are left a little bit hollow. I like the story of Deborah. I think she was called Deborah, the old lady. That was the best one that I liked the best. And you get to choose which one you start with, and I made the mistake of starting with Lucy, which I hated, both for, reasons that you're supposed to hate it, because it's the scariest, it's the most uncomfortable to play, but also it was really frustrating to me because I was still a little confused about how the game works. Like, starting with Lucy was bad. That gave me a bad first impression of this. But I started appreciating this game more and more the more I played it, but I don't love it as much as other people do. I don't really love it at all. I appreciate that it is genuinely really uncomfortable, but it's kind of teetering on the edge of being like enjoyably uncomfortable versus just uncomfortable. If you're a horror fan, you might know what I mean. But then we finally get to my platinum number 100, which is Resident Evil 4. I'm gonna put it there. Because it felt like it was going to be so difficult, and it was, but it wasn't. Because it has you have to get an S+ rank, and that was daunting to me because you have to speed run and do it on the hardest mode. And you're not allowed to do that on New Game Plus, you have to do it on New Game. So I looked up a lot of guides, I did a lot of planning, I did a whole Google Sheet thing where I counted what I needed to do to get the speedrun thing, and I was grinding, I was trying hard, I was doing my best, and I did it legitly. I did it. I mean, I did use a lot of skips for the speedrunning. So, you know, if you consider skips cheating, then I did cheat. But, you know, there's a limited amount of how much you can cheat this. So I was very, very happy because I love Resident Evil, especially from playing Resi 4 Remake so many times. I ended up really, really, really appreciating the remake. And I know you're not supposed to say this, but I like the remake more than the OG now. And I was one of those people who had played Resi 4 and I was like, why would you remake this? It's already perfect, you don't need to. But I ended up liking the remake more. I'm sorry, I just love the visuals, and when I went back to Resi 4 OG after, I did feel that there was more stuff in the remake, and I know more stuff doesn't necessarily mean better, but it's just, I have the wrong opinions, I'm sorry. It's just how I feel. I just had more fun with the remake. And I had already planned that was going to be my plat number 100. I had planned the other games that I did around that so that I would time it correctly so that I would get the last trophy for this at that point. And I did it! And it looks so nice on my PSN profile and I'm happy. I love it. I'm so glad that this was my plat number 100. Because for the longest time, I didn't think that I would be able to plat Resident Evil games. I just thought that my skill cap was lower than that required. So I'm happy. You might have noticed there are still a few things there on the bottom. I decided that I would also include the few things that I did after my plat number 100 that didn't have platinums at all. So I did Egg Runner. This is an endless runner thing. My friend and I have an inside joke about eggs, and I wanted a game about eggs. So I did this. Then I did go back, like I said, to Resident Evil 4 OG, and I finally managed to plow through it in professional mode, which was way too hard for me. I am terrible at older games, especially because I haven't played that many games with older controller schemes. I'm awful. I'm such a new gen. I am sorry, but I was having a really hard time. But I finally got through it. I was just missing 2 trophies from when I played Resi 4 OG before, which was shooting the water and doing it in professional mode. Just getting through it. And yes, I used Ashley's armor. What about it? You are allowed to use it. It's in the game. And then I got all the trophies for the base game of Just Dance, which I hate that this is what it's come to. That you can't get plats for Just Dance anymore. I have such a grudge against this. I haven't even gotten the latest download batch. I am bummed. I really enjoyed when I could get plats for Just Dance, and now I cannot. And then there's just that accidental copy of Last Stop there. So, what do we think? I think you probably have some opinions about my things, because I have some unconventional opinions about stuff that I am aware that they are not popular opinions, but at least most of them are that I like things that people don't usually like, which makes my life more fun, I think. And if you watched through this whole thing, then I am very thankful that you are here, because I don't know if I'm gonna lose a lot of subscribers for going back to the topic that I made this channel for, because I ended up getting a lot of popularity from doing something else. But I made this channel specifically so that I wouldn't be boxed into just one subject, and I could just use this as an outlet to make stuff about all the things that interest me. And this is definitely something that still interests me and I want to make videos about. And I will keep making videos about Angine de Poitrine and also games and whatever else I feel like getting into. If you're still here, you are awesome in my books. So see you for the next one.